Hi, Andrew here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I'm a nut. I'm just not like other people. Now, I know we're all precious, unique snowflakes, but I trip over the fact that my brain simply does not function the way that other people's brains function on a semi-regular basis. Leave aside my mental health issues. Depression's a lot more common than you might think. And I discovered how common mental health problems are a year ago when I started, 2 years ago, when I started telling people about my internal struggles. But that's not actually what I'm talking about. I'm not even sure I'm talking about my fundamental nature as a contrarian, which makes for interesting times because I get in a lot of trouble because I smack Team A. And the members and supporters of Team A immediately assume I'm on Team B. Then I turn around and smack Team B, and Team B supporters and people automatically assume I'm on Team A. No, I oppose. I am generally in opposition. You want to tear down that fence? No, let's figure out why it's there in the first place. You want to do something? No. Let's stop and think about it. And this channel has an awful lot of videos of me saying no to Team A in Ottawa, Team B at Queen's Park, Team B's cousins out in Calgary, Team A's cousins in Quebec City. I don't care what team you're on. When you do stupid, I say no. And I don't cheer you on just because I'm on your team. Because I'm not on your team. Because I'm a contrarian. I don't have a team. Well, I think that contrarian mindset, there's that mindset thing again, might be part and parcel of what makes me so different as a father. I have encountered men who, they just don't seem to like spending time with their kids. I have a friend who said, yeah, Andrew, if I knew then what I know now, I'd never have had kids. Shit, if I knew then what I know now, I'd have started 5 years earlier and had 2 more. I roll around on the floor with rolled, they're not infants anymore, with infants and toddlers. I was up to my elbows in explosive baby poo, and I loved every minute of it. I used to, when my youngest was cluster feeding and getting up every 2 hours, I was so friggin' tired. I was numb from the exhaustion. I slept through a hot yoga class. I probably was snoring into the puddle of my own sweat. I got up at 6 or at 5 in the morning, went to yoga. I dressed in the dark, and when I took my sweater off and hung it up, I saw the spit up stains on the shoulders, on the back shoulders, because I got him, gave him to wifey. Wifey fed him. I took him, burped him, put him back to bed because the poor woman, he was feeding every 90 minutes to 2 hours. The little goof was hungry. And I loved it. I never complained about it. I boasted about it. I laughed. I showed people the barf stains on my shoulders. I talked about Labor Day and hearing other parents celebrating the return of school because the kids are out of the house. I can't get enough of them. Losing them to school, to the friends, to their extracurricular activities, all this stuff. That just saddens me. It depresses me. I had this conversation today with another father at work, and he's the same way. His kids are older than mine. His are grown and working now, but he can't get enough of them, and he never could. He was always there, always doing something with them. I've never begrudged a moment, not since my oldest was about 5 years old, and I realized all I wanted to do was have some alone time, but all he wanted to do was hang out with Daddy. And I had to make a mindset again, then. I had to make that decision to never be so selfish as to take away Daddy kid 1 time, or kid 2 or kid 3, but to always, when they wanted Daddy time, show up and do it. 90% of fatherhood is just showing up. So show up. And the mindset, like, I have 18 precious years till he goes to university, and then he's finished with me. And we might be buds after that, but I'm not going to be in his life daily. And he's 15. I got 2.5 years till he goes away. I want every possible moment. And the great thing is he does too. Again, maybe he's inherited some of my odd mindset. Maybe it's because I have this bizarre mindset, this different way of looking at things, that he wants to spend time with me. He's not the rebellious, snotty teenager who who thinks his dad's a moron and, you know, he's too cool for me and all of that. I've talked many times about my daily walks. Well, I was doing them in the evening again, getting in other stuff earlier in the day. And I says to him, let's go. You want to go for a walk with old Eddie? He says, yeah. And the next night he drags his brother along. And the next night he drags both his brothers along. And now I'm out walking with all my kids. But it started because my oldest wanted to spend time with old Daddy. And every night when the younger brothers are in bed and my wife is in bed chilling down, we watch an episode of New Tricks together. It's a BBC TV show about retired cops who come back as civilian contractors to solve cold cases. I've said that a couple of times. He's discovered he enjoys the show. There's no violence and blood and guts and gore. It's a cop show about figuring out mysteries, and he loves to figure out mysteries. He loves this sort of thing. And we watch it together. More time. I want more time with my teenager. I want more time with all my kids. It's just a different mindset, a different way of thinking, a different way of living. Maybe that's why these videos are so bizarre, because I just don't look at things the way other people do. But I'm glad you look at them. Thanks for watching. That was my time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.